play is important?
Definitely, every play is important. We go back and look at film, but we move on, see our mistakes, and correct them, and just focus on the next opponent.
For yourself, how quickly were you able to move on from that, trying to get ready for another season, whether that be the Rose Bowl or a playoff game like this one that you found out about?
I mean, it was hard. It was on my mind until we found out we get another shot, another chance to be in the playoffs, and then my next focus was on Georgia.
You had to leave that game early with an injury. What happened to you there?
It was nothing much. I had a little stinger. That's all it was.
You're good now?
Yeah, I'm good now.
I kept the play you probably don't want to forget. What happened on that play?
It was just a bad tackle, bad angle. That was on me. Took full responsibility for it. I mean, you got to move on from it. Can't hold it against me all the time. So I just try not to focus on plays that happen in the past.
I imagine you are particularly happy to get a second chance that you guys are in the playoff and you get the whole thing. Is that right after that game?
Definitely. I feel like it set a little fire to us. I feel like that our teams came more together, and I feel like we're more efficient with everything we do.
How frustrating has it been for you to have to deal with injuries yet again this year?
I mean, it's part of the game. If I get frustrated about it, it's not gonna do nothing for me. So I just try to keep a level head and just keep going from there.
How do you feel like you performed this season overall?
I didn't play much this year, so I really can't say I did great or did bad. I mean, it was okay season for me.
How healthy are you now?
I'm healthy.
Fully healthy?
Yeah.
As healthy as you've been since when?
I don't know.
Training camp?
Yeah, I'm really healthy.
Do you guys see it as, not just you, but a lot of guys will have the chance to be as healthy as they've been probably since early in the season? You're playing your biggest game of the year. It's probably nice to be as healthy as possible, right?
Yeah, it's a great thing to be healthy. We got time off to get our bodies right. And even though we got there compete every day, we still have like different days so we can just do treatment all day.
Cam Toronto was talking about playing angry after the Michigan loss as a defense. Do you feel like you subscribe to that? Playing angry after a loss like that. How does that manifest itself?
We all have. You can definitely tell in practice. We all have a different chip on our shoulder. We just come in with a different edge and just more aggression.
Do you guys like being the underdog for the first time?
I mean, I don't really mind. I mean, I don't really pay attention to underdog overall. I mean, at the end of the day, you still have to go out there and play. So underdog is just a little phrase people use.
Cam, how short-handed do you feel without JSN or now Travion not playing? Can you make up for that?
Yeah, Coach, they preach competitive excellence, and the next man step up. You're at Ohio State for a reason. You're not any other school. So if you're at Ohio State, we got depth. So we got to just step up and just, that's it.
How much time has been spent at this point looking at Georgia and the matchups on the outside for you guys?
Basically, since we found out we was playing them, our focus is all on Georgia. There's nothing, not looking ahead, not looking behind. We just like that.
What do you think about them at wide receiver, and how much attention do corners have to pay to their two tight ends?
I feel like they have a really good receiver, and all their tight ends are really good. The big size, big frame guys. So I mean, we pay attention to our job and what we have to do.
You've been here for a few college football playoff games. How can you draw from both past experiences as you prepare for this one?
The biggest thing that people get, adrenaline rush. So you're on the field, your adrenaline rush is too high. I found out how to control it, just be able to just play out there without getting too excited.
The last time you guys were in a semifinal like this against Clemson, it seems like you guys, really played your best in that game. What are maybe the things that went well for you guys in that game that you can duplicate this time around?
I don't remember. I'm not really too sure what it was, but I think that we was locked in, detailed, and we knew what we had to do and was just focus on it. I'm not really sure, really.
I understand. Cam, you never want to lose a game.
No.
But do you think going into the semifinal after that loss to Michigan, like you mentioned, being locked in for that Clemson game, do you feel like you guys are more locked in now, more motivated after that loss?
Definitely. I mean, to get to where you want to be, sometimes you got to take a little bump in the road because I don't know how to say this right, but yeah, I mean, every great team has something in their way that stops them or something like that. So we just try to keep pushing through like that.
You mentioned playing with aggression or practicing with a little more aggression with a different chip on your shoulder. And Ryan said he wants you guys to be loose and aggressive. Has there been a little bit of a different approach to practice after it was announced you guys got in, and as opposed to what it was like throughout the regular season?
Definitely, the coaches pushed us a lot harder. Even leaders on the team, we push each other hard. Even leaders pushing leaders. It's not just leaders pushing young guys. It's everybody's pushing each other just to push past their own limits.
And that's what's going on now, as
Yeah.
opposed to what was going on throughout the regular season so much, or?
I wouldn't say that, but I feel like it's more emphasized now.
Tanner was saying you guys did a lot of good on good in practice lately. How has that helped?
It definitely helped a lot. You only can get better when you're going to get somebody at the same caliber as you, who's pushing you to another limit that you didn't know you can go to.
Yeah, put me in your head, that first touchdown Michigan got, I'm not, whatever. Do you immediately know what went wrong there, right? And are you sitting there the rest of the game going, hey, give me another shot at this? I mean, explain what goes on in your brain when something like that happens.
At corner, you just got to forget about it. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but you just have to just move on from it, because if you hold that against yourself, you're going to have multiple bad plays, and it's going to just go downhill from there.
Yeah, but you do have to learn a lesson from it too, right? I mean, right? I mean,
yeah, definitely. We go on the sideline and understand what we did wrong, but what I did wrong.
Yeah.
But you just have to move on.
You might have gotten asked this before I walked up here, but the explosive plays y'all gave up in that game were the difference in that game. So what's been the emphasis, I guess, on I don't know if tighter coverage is the correct term, but technique, et cetera? Has there been a big emphasis on that the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's all about the small details that people don't really see the small details until you watch film. It could be you took the wrong step, you took the wrong gap, it's just something like that, or you took the wrong angle. It's just the little things that can create big plays.
And is it always in your mind, knowing on every play where your help is? I mean, because not everybody's going to make every tackle. I mean,
no.
But it's a gang war, right?
Yeah, it's definitely you gotta understand the approach. Sometimes you on the field and you don't realize it until it's too late.
Yeah.
But that's just the small details you got to focus on.
How long did it take you to get to that, maturity of leaving a play behind, moving on to what's next, and not dwelling on this play, and then it affects your play the rest of the game?
It took a while, I would say. Honestly, personally, because I started playing corner when I got here, so it took me about 2-3 years to realize that I can't hold on to something like that, because it's just going to make me play worse.
How do you relay that message to younger guys as well when it happens to them? You're obviously there before, and now they're trying to go through that and navigate that as well.
I mean, I just try to show them, even through my experiences that I had this year, I just try to show them, you got to move on. You can't hold on to this. You got to have a short-term memory at corner, because if you don't, you might as well just not even go back out there.
How frustrating. I know that someone asked you earlier about just dealing with injuries again this year, but to have that play happen in the second quarter and then to get banged up and not be able to play in the second half, how can you try to just walk me through how hurt, annoyed, pissed, whatever you were in that moment?
It was more annoying than anything that I couldn't just go out there and finish. But it's all right. I'm not dwelling on it no more. I got another chance, so I'm gonna just go out there and give it all I can.
Do you think it's weird that Lamar Jackson and Stetson Bennett were born the same year?
I don't know.
He's the only guy you'll ever play in college football older than you. Is that surprising? He's 25. He can rent a car. He can rent a car.
Everybody has their own path, he had a different journey to approach it. It was my 5th year. I'm 22. He's 25. That's his different path that God set for him.
Do you think at 25 you can rent a car? Do you need that many tries? Hey, you're starting a YouTube channel. What do you want to do with it?
Yeah, I'm trying to start a YouTube channel. I just need to I'm about to get set up, get some cameras and stuff. I'm about to try to do some streams, reactions, and vlog, and just show different. It's my life, really.
What do you? Reactions or what?
like different content videos, like funny videos or football or music and stuff like that.
What are some of the challenges Stetson presents for you guys as defensive backs? Because he's fairly mobile. He can kind of like, make plays off the platform, things like that.
The big challenge for us is to stay on our man. We got a plaster. That's what we call it. When it's time to scramble drill, you just got to stay with your man, just have good condition. Because if you receivers can run anywhere on the field, you just have to have discipline and not look in the backfield.